Ferocious game week having concluded. Everything in between for describing word could well be the same. And we're on to yet an entourage midweek action of football, which could be danger when it comes to rotation, potential injuries, which is what we're already having. But the ever reliable, that being us, it's another edition of the FPL Addicts podcast, the fourth game week in the space of 2.5 weeks. And tonight, I'm joined by the illustrious company in what is renowned as quite perfect timing, it being the majestic Reidy, brought to you by the Adidas. How are we?
Yes, doing well, mate. Doing well. Not doing well as a Liverpool supporter, but we won't talk too much about that. I mean, I'm sure we'll have to talk about FPL players, as far as that goes from Liverpool. But yeah, doing okay, mate. Doing okay. Football is kind of, wow. It's been relentless, hasn't it? Another quick turnaround, and then a break, and then we'll probably be whinging again that the fact that we've got no football. Well, I say no football. It's FA Cup, I suppose. So, it's still there. But yeah, how are you? How are you going, Chaza? How are you doing, mate?
Yeah, I'm all right, thank you. I'll tell you what, it's been fast-paced ever since that final whistle at the Etihad. But no, I'm okay. I'm looking forward to the game week. I think there's possible changes that need to be made as injuries having popped up. It's good that during this period that a bench is ever so important, alongside the information of the fixture runs coming up, the spreadsheets, and which is why it turns up every week for them, hiding in the background, munching on what is either snacks or dinner. I welcome Marcello. Good evening to you.
He's stuffing his face, isn't he? As if spreadsheet data isn't enough to get stuck into. He's munching on something else. He's on mute, isn't he?
Oh no! Asda do really good pizzas.
Hey, not wrong. What did you go for, Marcello? Was it thin and crispy or deep pan?
No, so they have like stuffed crust.
Oh, a stuffed crust, stone baked. There's different variations, but yeah, you went for the stuffed crust.
Stuffed crust, barbecue, chicken, some other meats on there. It was incredible. Not quite a Domino's, but it was almost a Domino's. It's like if Domino's is Saka, that was a rice.
Okay. Oh, good
analogy. Budget, but still good value.
Well, I had. Wait there. What did you say? Which way round was it? Was it Saka's Domino's, Rice's Asda, or
Saka's more expensive, so that's a Domino's, and the cheap Asda is Rice.
So this is how basically stuff went down yesterday. I was working yesterday evening and I ordered the kids a Domino's. I didn't get a Domino's. I ordered it for the kids, man. And they had Domino's for tea, and I just got, I don't know, noodles or something, probably a peasant's meal when I got home. So I got them
rice, and you went for Eze, who's on the bench.
I got the Eze, yeah. So they had the Domino's, they had the double pepperoni, the dough balls, the cookies, and yeah, I didn't get any of it. So yeah, mate. But I'm glad you enjoyed the Asda pizza. That is
definitely recommend.
Definitely a recommendation. Yeah. Chaza, any thoughts on the pizza, the pizza topic?
Well, Pizzagate, I'm sure we've had it from previous managers over years, how there's a bit of moaning to pizza. It may have come from a Sir Alex Ferguson quote 20 years back. But no, look, I don't mind a pizza. But what I hate, just before we go to our mini league, is I hate needing to go to the toilet at 1:30 because there's so much oil in that pizza. You just feel way too dehydrated where you have to fill up your water bottle again.
Potentially. I mean, and it has been known, not by myself, by the way. Don't put this on me, but the Domino's can, end up being a bit of a volcano situation. Just that's all I'm going to say. But anyway, Bowen to Haaland. Bowen beat Haaland.
He's better than Haaland.
He's better than Haaland. Clown Circus continues in Manchester, and I am active. I won't say what I'm active with.
When you mean active, do you mean activating a chip, or you finally decided to be active in your own fitness?
Definitely going to be more like a chip. I'm eating chips actually rather than being active, mate. You know what I mean? So yeah, we'll leave that one for a little bit later.
Let's see why the cause behind being active within a chip. This is what you did have, which is a lot of red shirts, 41 points. Help yourself.
Too many red shirts.
A lot of red, yeah.
Oh god, yeah. I mean, literally might as well be called past the FC. It's that bad.
Another one.
I mean, there you go. Ekatike on the bench, which in some people's case, actually in my case, it was a little bit fortunate to say. I got some bench jam, not as good as the Thiago people. Obviously me not owning him anyway, that would have helped. But I got Harry Wilson off the bench for Ekatike, 6-pointer. Obviously he scored against us, which bittersweet, I guess. Cunha, return, getting bonus, and Gabriel. I mean, let's just talk about Gabriel for a minute. And I know, Marcello, you relate to this one. Now, Gabriel gets the clean sheet wiped for Arsenal. And anyone that owns Timber, Hincapié, Raya, he just goes, here you go, guys. I'm going to take your clean sheet away. And then the cheeky bugger goes and scores and then gets bonus. How about that for a bit of humble pie? You know what I mean? So he got me.
He knows what he's doing, man. He knows what he's doing.
He knows. I brought him in for, who did I take out? O'Reilly this week. So actually that paid off for me. Bringing in Gabriel. So that 9-pointer was needed because my score was absolute toilet.
God, how unlucky has O'Reilly been recently? Good that you took him out, but he got subbed the other game before the clean sheet. He got clean sheet white last minute today because I've got Gvardiol. He came off injured before the clean sheet as well. And my mini league rival has O'Reilly. And what that clean sheet wipe for O'Reilly owners was like 7 points. I think it was on all 3 bonus.
Was he? Oh,
yeah.
Wow, massive.
And last minute Enzo comes in. Oh my god.
Massive. But that's the thing, 24 of my points came from Cunha, Gabriel and Wilson. And that tells the story for this game week because the rest of it was so we move.
Did Dorgu score an offside or something? Did he come close or
he was actually he played left wing against who was it before Leeds? It was Wolves, right? He played left wing against Wolves, and then Amarin, which as we know is now no more, no longer the manager, Manchester United manager, by the way, not coach. Basically decided to play him right wing against Leeds, and he was probably just as effective, which is no return.
But everyone scores against Man U.
Yeah, true. Whose team we've got here then? Chaza. Talk us through.
It was saved by holding some carbs in being Declan Rice, who really just carried this team. I wasn't too sure. Like I just thought, well, it's a festive period. Let's just roll Harry Wilson on the bench if case comes to worse. But instead, Ekatike didn't show up. Wilson came on anyways, scored a goal. Mikiele, yay, 4 points. Outside of that, Keane is an absolute donkey for coming back. And Everton having conceded 4. Kelleher couldn't hold it out.
And Keane 0 pointer. Oh my god.
And then Gvardiol went off injured. So not an amazing week.
But you rolled a transfer. That's nice.
It is good. Yes.
Interesting.
Declan Rice coming in clutch, right, with the 2 goals and the bonus and stuff. I mean, like, it was actually probably... Yeah, I mean, other than the 3 standout players were Rice, Thiago, Xiao this week, right? Not off the top of my head, any, well-owned players did well, return and so on. So, it was actually really a bit of a shambles in terms of rotation, whether it be injuries and things like that. But obviously, I know Baltimore didn't start again back to back. So whether Eddie's just building up the bit of rest for him, I don't know.
That's a big issue.
Yeah.
It was Ben Krellin's, not Ben Krellin, who was it? It was Tom Dollimore's tweet. I don't know if you guys know Tom Dollimore, who goes on Vocals channel.
Yeah.
And he was like, doubt over Rice, 17 points. Doubt over Thiago's minutes, 17 points. Doubt over Wirtz start, 10 points. Saka expected to start bench. Ekatike expected to play, not in squad. Gordon offside goal. Pretty swingy game week, which mostly goes against logical decisions. So, like, when that happens, you can't really be mad at FPL because you did the right thing and it just wasn't meant to be.
That's what I mean. Saka benched. I forgot about that as well. It's just like, oh my god, like, yeah. Who'd have thought? One of the premium, well, what we call premium mids now wouldn't be even guaranteed to start. It's just an absolute minefield out there, boys.
Yeah. Well, for me, I had bench jam as well. I had double bench jam because I started Ekatike. I benched Wirtz second bench. And then I was praying Vandenberg would not be auto-subbed on as a one-pointer because he started on the bench. And then Collins, obviously, who I swapped him for in game week 16 wildcard, has been incredible. That is the biggest mistake I've made on my wildcard is Vandenberg over Collins, who I had since game week 1. But then I was praying, please do not bring on Vandenberg in a minute. And then I heard the announcer say, oh, and there's going to be a substitution. And then it was some youth kid. I was like, yes, surely he's going to not be coming on. Because obviously Wirtz was sitting there on 10 points. I was like, I want these Wirtz points now. I don't deserve them, but I hope I get them. And then, he didn't come on. So double Ekatike and Vandenberg is skipped to Wirtz in second bench. And I got really lucky with those 10 points. So, yeah. That was really nice. But it kind of made sense in my head. I was like, if Vandenberg plays, he's probably going to play 90 minutes. He's not going to come on off the bench. So I'll put him above Wirtz because, Wirtz was a doubt. He might come on for a one-pointer. I didn't think Ekatike wouldn't play. I decided to play Anderson and Wilson. Anderson got his DEFCON. Wilson got his goal, right wing against Liverpool. And Wilson against his old club, of course. I thought I definitely wanted Wilson in. And then got really lucky with Vandenberg. So it kind of made sense, but I think it was a lot of luck as well.
100%. Because you know what made it worse? What makes it worse, I should say, Marcello, is the fact that Brentford only made 4 subs. So for 4 to be this young kid, Miles Harris, was it?
Yeah, that was with 3 minutes to go to just waste time. I was like, this is going to be Vandenberg. Oh my God. I was listening on the radio.
Yeah. So
at first I was getting updates on BBC News or checking Twitter. And then they made a sub and then they made another sub. And I was like, oh my God, this is going to come down to the right. And then I had to find where the commentary on. And it wasn't even BBC 5 Live. It was not even 5 Live Extra 1. It wasn't even Extra 2. It was on 5 Live Extra number 3. That's been a Brentford game. So I was tuned in for the last week. And then the stadium announcer.
That's so funny.
One more thing. I beat Haaland captain.
Yes.
With Bowen. He got his DEFCON. The third time a forward has got DEFCON this season. It was when I captained Bowen. So we'll absolutely take that.
Fair play. But he was the only real winner out of what they got battered by Wolves, who I can't believe it.
And he comes away with 4 points. He's unreal. I'll take that.
That's what it's come to for West Ham. That Bowen's now basically doing ball recoveries rather than scoring.
Yeah.
That West Ham against Wolves, they didn't register one single shot on target.
Are you joking?
Serious, one single shot on target. That is abysmal. It's just crazy. And we were all slamming Wolves at one point as well when they've been half decent lately. I mean, West Ham.
Before the match, everyone on Twitter was like, "No, don't captain Bowen. Wolves have turned a corner. They're showing signs of improving." And they got 4 points in 2 games now. Everyone's like, Wolves have got more wins than Man United, Liverpool in 2026. So.
Yeah, exactly, man. It's crazy. That's the season for you. It just keeps throwing up curveballs, and we just can't predict it, man. That's football.
Imagine
but yeah, we got here? Something a bit juicy for the next game week, I think.
Yeah, so this is just something that I couldn't believe. So Haaland was just so clear all season, but if you look at this column W points per game, Haaland's on 7.9 points per game, but look who's right behind him now, 7.6.
Wow.
It's Gabriel. And then if you round it up, it's 7.85, 7.57. Gabriel is just incredible.
Gabriel is a defender, midfielder, and a striker all in one.
He's Arsenal's best attacker.
He actually is. He actually is, no joke. That's crazy.
Someone was like, Gabriel's not going to score every week. He's only got 3 goals this season. Saka's only got 4.
It's just you know what I mean? Like that just tells you all you need to know. This is the kind of stuff, man. Like premiums are a thing of the past. I mean, even Haaland's blanking what 4 in a row, is it? Or is it
3 in the last 4, yeah.
3 in the last 4? Exactly. I mean,
all the last 3 is blank.
That's what I mean, man. Like get Salah back in here. Slot needs to go. Get Salah starting again. Get the King going. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's. Do you think that what this kind of shows us, Marcello, is that we don't need to be kind of necessarily scared of picking some of these other players that, like, you know, I know there's rotation and I know there's minutes risks, things like that, obviously, especially with teams who have bigger squads, i.e. City, i.e. Newcastle, who have like 2 wingers on each side and so on. But like, you know, your Bruno G's, your Rice, you know, Thiago obviously blanking for a few weeks, and then he, you know, I think he got 1 assist over the last few weeks, but then other than that's it. I think that kind of it just goes to show that we need to have a bit more faith in these sort of players, like that they can deliver and they can be consistently, you know, delivering.
Like at the start of the season, people were saying, "Oh, Rice won't deliver. It's just a blip." Like, but this is like halfway through the season now. These are the averages in the season. So, you know, Rice is here. Saka is still right up there, 5.3. So, you know, he's still good. What I like to do is look at the value as well, because, you know, FPL is a team game. These players at the top of the value list, and I'm going to tweet these out today or tomorrow. I think I've already scheduled them, and they're on my Discord. But you can see it's sorted by value, and you know, like some of the expensive players, they're right down here. Like Saka is below all these players in value, and it is a team game, so you need to fill 15 slots in your team. All these people are better value than Saka, and I know they're not going to score as many points, but you've got to put your money to work. And then a lot of people are talking about Palmer as well. Like, if you go further down, Palmer's all the way down. And I know he's been injured and he's got good fixtures coming up. So you do expect it to improve. But you've got to think about value as well, especially if you're not captaining these players. If you captain them, their value doubles. But, you know, Haaland captain is still quite good value when we find Haaland on here. And then, like you said, the other thing I like to do is sort by minutes. And then you can see, like, these are your 90-minute men. Let's take out the goalkeepers maybe. Or maybe let's just look at forwards and mids. So only Anderson and Bowen have played 90 minutes throughout the whole season, 1,800 minutes. And then these guys getting so many minutes. So, you know, you want the ones that have good points per game here. You've got Haaland. He's good value, good minutes, good points per game. Semenyo. You've got Thiago is just proving unreal game after. I know he was blanking a lot, but if you had him for that hat trick, you would have got thousands of green arrows this week. Bruno G is up here. He's got the minutes. He's got the points. You know, it's just unreal. Who's this here? Rice. Even Gravenberch, 5.1. What a pick.
It's interesting, though, looking at this data and looking at this information, Marcello, given what you were saying, you know, Tom Dollymore had said about that you've made the right picks, or we've all made the right picks this week, but there's like only a small batch of players that have kind of delivered. So what I'm trying to kind of, I don't want to make this like a confusing scenario, but what I'm trying to say is that if that can happen, is it that you just go with the law of averages that this data and this information is more likely to happen than what's just happened this weekend. So therefore, you have to trust this more than you trust, say for example, someone who uses the eye test or trust their gut a bit more, and they're going to go with that over what this kind of gives us. I hope I haven't kind of like confused that sort of thing, but do you get what I'm trying to say?
I think it depends on like how many transfers you've got and how you're playing, because we've all had 5 transfers recently, so I was kind of more like, let's target the immediate fixtures. Now that my transfers are drying up, I'm kind of starting to think I want the more reliable players now, because I'm not going to be able to go hard for those transfers. Whoever I bring in now might stay in until the end of the season, or at least when I wildcard. So that could be 5 weeks, that could be 10 weeks. I'm not sure yet. So these ones here, with the minutes and the points, you've got to look at all of this all together. Yeah. You just know that they're going to be nice, reliable picks. And then compare, how did they do last year? Bowen, 5.9 last year. Haaland last year. Semenyo last year. They've proven this year and last year they've got minutes. They tick every box, and they're the ones that you want to get. And then, you could have like a few punts in your team, like, I've gone for Cunha this week because he's played, Leeds, Wolves, and whoever. So you can take some risks, but you don't want to take too many risks, and you're probably going to want to transfer them out after the fixtures are done, because their average points are not there. And it's just, FPL is just like making the best decisions to risk getting a lot of points, I think. So
yeah, and again, by the way, brilliant way of answering what I was trying to kind of get at. But I guess that also is a caveat into risk appetite, and you saying about risk, and we all have that little bit of, should I take a chance on this player or not, and so on, and all comes down to how many transfers you have and your planning. But like, if you have a good core of players with minutes on penalties, potentially captainable, then you've kind of got that, and you kind of can then. It does allow you maybe to go for a little bit of a risk punt here and there and so on.
Exactly,
so yeah. Love that. Love it. Chaza, it's me and Marcello just talking to each other for the last 10 minutes. You're just like, what is going on? Sorry, mate.
No, that's fine. I'll be honest, I'm really enjoying this TED talk, and I think just a compliment. Well done, Marcello, on just the dedication you put in, week out, but especially the point section of it. We've got a couple of questions that are coming since the start. So, Viniac, if you're still tuning in, thank you for your patience. We've got Garner or Grealish. This is a bit of an intriguing one. What you say on this?
I mean, I'm going to say Garner.
Yeah.
I know Marcello's going straight to... You know why? I'll tell you, I cheated. Because when Marcello was just getting up minutes and... the like last season and all that sort of stuff, Garner was above Grealish. So
yeah, let's have a look. So in terms of what? In terms of points per game, you've got Garner this season 4.5 points per game, Grealish 4.3. Last season, Garner was a bit better. Value, Garner's value is way better. So if you want your money to do the work, you go there. Minutes, Garner's also got more minutes. So next 5 games, they kind of merge the points per game here based on this year's and last year. So Garner comes out slightly on top. Ownership as well is important. Grealish 10%, Garner 3%. So do you want to kind of cover Grealish more if you think a lot of people are going to buy him? Or do you want a nice differential pick? So if Garner outscores the same points as Grealish, well, you get the same points, but that work might be better in the long run with Garner based on EO. So, and then also you kind of do want to look at the teams that they're playing next as well. So if we look at the fixtures, Garner's more of a DEFCON guy, right? Well, he gets goals as well, whereas Grealish is more, you'll expect him to get assists, maybe some goals as well. So, would you get Wolves, Villa, Leeds, Brighton, and Fulham? Or maybe you'd see Everton playing more attacking in these games. So maybe you'd want to go Grealish over if they played harder teams, maybe Ghana would get more DEFCON, so he's safer to get more DEFCON picks. So on the numbers, on the fixtures as well, I do think overall Ghana is good. Plus Grealish is back from being sick because he was probably hungover for partying too much in New Year's, right? So
that's it.
Well, I think didn't Grealish get 2 assists the other day? Correct? I might be wrong on that one, but
I feel like he got one at least. Yeah.
Yeah. Ghana's
was it Brentford?
Yeah. But Ghana's the guy, isn't he? I mean, we've all been sleeping on Ghana. You know what I mean,
possibly, yeah. 2 more questions before we carry on with the agenda. Sell Semenyo or Phil Foden or roll? Now, this is a big one, Marcello, because you've been keeping an eye on Phil Foden the last few game weeks.
Yeah. Well, I think it was from the past 3, wasn't it? Like with Haaland blanking and Foden blanking. I don't think it's because they're rubbish. I think it's just because after West Ham, they've had Forest away, Sunderland away, and Chelsea at home. These are 3 like tough games. Like, that's quite tough. Whereas now in 21, I think Brighton is a very nice game for Man City attackers, especially. Man U away. Man U, even though they've got a new manager, they might be more defensive, but that is a good game. Wolves at home is a great game. Tottenham away is a great game. So even though they're not the easiest fixtures on paper, I think for attackers, Foden and Haaland are quite good to keep now. Whereas the past 3, they probably weren't, which is kind of what I've been saying on Twitter. Those past 3 games are a bit harder. These are a bit easier. And then you've got Semenyo, Tottenham, and then he might be going to City, isn't he? So is he going to get minutes at City? Is he going to go straight into the team? Is he going to play against Brighton? Will he miss a game week? I think we've got the Cup after this weekend one, so he'll have time. So he might come in and play against Man U as a City player. So we don't really know what's happening with Bournemouth and Semenyo. So it's hard. Both of them are.
We're thinking Foden. So to kind of summarize it in a way, I guess what we're saying is that we don't know what will happen with Semenyo in terms of starts and so on. But Foden he's not a sell if you've got him.
Yeah.
But is he a buy? I guess.
You wouldn't buy because the form isn't there, I don't think. I would like to buy when the form and the fixtures are really good.
Yeah, okay. There we go. But yeah. Foden.
But is he only dropped form because it's been hard games? It's hard to say.
And speaking of hard games and the defences, looks like Guardiola's a broken leg.
No, have they said it? Have they said it
so,
today?
I think it's basically confirmed. So yeah, City defenders maybe are not on the menu as much as attackers.
Broken leg.
Oh no, crazy stuff. That's it.
How long will that be out for? Do you reckon months?
We'll figure out and see if it's a reflection on the transfer traffic very shortly. But we've got to talk about another Manchester club before we go in more Manchester type agenda. Very quick check on the Public League. Now, this is an intriguing watch, just very briefly. Someone managed to score 82 in a week where it was relatively low, but with Brighton having kept a clean sheet, Colin smashing it, Chow, Gabriel, Thiago, Cunha, I don't know, but fair plays on that
Incredible
front.
score, 82 points, man.
What a game week, isn't it? It's just mental.
I've seen someone who had 95, so James off Planet
oh, he's had a great week.
95, oh my God, crazy. And he had points on pitch, or as you'd say, Chaza, on field, and then bench jam, I think, so he just had it all. But 82 still brilliant game.
It is. I mean, what isn't brilliant is what happened at Manchester United earlier today. And it might be worth talking about what happens to their assets now. Do we keep hold of them for the meantime, especially for the likes of Cunha or even Patrick Dorgu? Amarin's been sacked. Darren Fletcher, by the looks of it, seems to be taking over. What do we do from a United sense for our assets now?
Interesting question, because I think there is, obviously you think the manager bounce and all this sort of stuff. One thing that we do know is Bruno's on his way back. So that could be interesting, for this weekend, of course. People who are not sure on who to buy. Bruno against Burnley is a really appealing fixture. But then Man United, how long are they going to be without a proper manager? And their fixtures do go not as well, you would say, after these three that they've or will have had, if you like. So, I own 3 Manchester United players, so I'm probably the perfect person to ask. And if I had to answer with one word, it would be sell. And that's it for me.
I think hold for now, considering they've got Burnley away. It's not the most glamorous fixture.
They also had Wolves at home, Leeds away.
Yeah.
And
That's a good point.
Burnley is away, low block, dig it out. I mean, probably should have got a result against Newcastle. I'm not feeling it, Chaza. I mean, I'm not feeling it.
No, they do have City and Arsenal after Burnley, so you do raise a fair point. Now, back on Newcastle super quickly, because we've got a question. It might need to go back to the spreadsheet reference of this, Marcello. In defence, looking for the next set of fixtures, is it better to buy Newcastle or Sunderland players? Brief on this one.
I feel like Newcastle fixtures are kind of coming to an end, but they do have Leeds and Wolves next, which is really nice. But then it's Villa, Liverpool, and Brentford. So that's Watkins, Liverpool away, and then Thiago. Whereas Sunderland are just massive, aren't they? They're just insane. I don't know how they're doing it. I was like, okay, we've got to the halfway point, game week 9. Sunderland's fixtures are going to start to get hard now. They're going to drop to the bottom of the table. And they're just not. They just keep going and going. Whether it's, at their home where they're like a fortress, the fans get behind them. They waited for Premier League for so long.
And, all the tears, all the pain from the documentary years ago. And now they're just basking in it.
The Netflix series.
Yeah.
You're talking about value in some of these players, and Alderete and Mukiele. The top. Mukiele is the most valuable player. He's 4.3 and he's got 89 points, which is 4.9 points per game. He's unreal. And then Alderete's here as well, 4.1. Why are these players not in my team? You have people taking hits. Just have one of these guys on your bench, and you will never need to take a hit or roll or do anything ever again, because they're just such good value. They just sit on your bench, and when they come on, they'll get 4 points. It's just unreal. The game's broken. The pricing is broken for these players. These are must-have in your team.
Yeah. Well, look at it. Mukiele. Speaking of Mukiele, Chaza, what's your thoughts on him, mate? I think you've owned him for majority of the season, right?
Well, let's just say I've had brief weekends of joy, but most of the time it's been absolute pain because he's been on the bench absolutely hauling.
Exactly.
He's been fantastic. I know. I think Sunderland and Leeds budget defenders have been the hack in terms of why we've been able to have such accessibility to these premium superstars into our sides, or even starting with 2 premiums, which was at once both Salah and Haaland. So, no, they're fantastic. Great value for money. It's just a matter of the Sunderland season they're having now. It reminds me of Wigan in 05, 06, and even Ipswich 25 seasons ago, where they just had such an astonishing season, fantastic defence, and they just kept the results ticking over.
Yeah. And then you look at the DEFCONs as well. This column here, column R, is the average DEFCON per game this season. Mukiele 10.1, Alderete 9.8. They've hit it 16 and 12 points, which is 8 and 6 times, which adds up really high to their score. But they get the clean sheets as well. You've got Senesi on 28, which is incredible, and Anderson and Collins. But, with their clean sheets, Anderson doesn't get that many clean sheets. He's only got 74 points. Collins, he obviously absolutely hauled this weekend. But all the rest, they're getting not that many DEFCON points. It's mainly the clean sheet points they're getting and bonuses. Like, they're just such good assets to own.
Yeah. Backed up. It's backed up.
So to answer the question, probably Sunderland.
I was going to say, yeah, we got there.
In terms of the best assets to own this coming midweek, such a short turnaround. It's time to have a look to see what the transfer mayhem has been saying.
I haven't looked at this.
Yeah, well, here we are. Ekitike being an outright whoosh, and it's very Arsenal heavy when it comes to transfers in. And Thiago's back there. Any surprises?
Oh, any surprises? I think,
like I said, Foden has got a decent attacking run.
Foden's definitely a surprise, isn't he, Marcello?
You said Watkins, Reidy.
I did say Watkins, but I think Marcello's probably, I think, a bit more of a surprise is Foden, because at least Watkins has gone on a bit of a run now and he's getting starts. And, Thiago, before he did what he did, Watkins was probably a bit more of the flavour of who to pick, because Ekitike to Watkins is, it's a doable transfer. But now, obviously, people are going, need Thiago back. But yeah, as you were saying, Marcello, Foden, right?
Yeah, I mean, the fixtures are still there, but 3 blanks, or 4 blanks now for him. Ouch. Yeah, people are running out of patience, and there's teams with fixtures improving soon, and Rice is going absolutely crazy, so I get it, and he's a lot cheaper. Rice is just unreal, man.
It's killing it.
He's going to do so well for England in the World Cup, I hope.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's hard, though, isn't it? Because will he play that same role? It's different players, different system potentially. It's a different manager. I'm hoping that he can kind of continue that into the World Cup. It would be massive for us.
Yeah. I hope it's built around him.
Yeah, I think 2 surprising transfers, and one is in relation to you, Chaza. I don't understand why people are kind of getting rid of Timber. He had a price drop last night. I think the Arsenal defence is still the best defence. I think while Ben White, I think it is still out, maybe. I could be wrong on that one. But, Calafiori, there is doubt on him, but there is cover on that side for Arsenal. So that, for me, is a little bit strange. But, yeah, Voltemada is the guy I was talking about for you, Chaza. Been benched last twice. Are you thinking it might be time, or are you just thinking these fixtures for Newcastle are just too good that I've got to hold it?
Yeah.
I don't necessarily think a second statement. I just believe that, for example, if you want to get to premium defenders now, especially Gabriel, you kind of have to need more change in some cases. For example, myself, if you got no bank. So it's a bit more logical to, for example, get rid of Ekitike, who's a doubt, has Arsenal next. And with that 1.5, you could do an upgrade down back. I think that's more logical. If it was out of a 2, maybe get rid of Voltemade. Yeah, but it could also mean like 9 million sitting on your bench for a second game week in a row.
Yeah, it's really tough. I think as well, if you've got the right squad or cover, I guess, because there are injuries, as we've learned. There is going to be rotation again, with it being a quick turnaround and midweek, then to weekend. People's teams might be a little bit thin at the minute. So I guess you've got to, if you have got transfers at the minute and you have got a few risks, I suppose, in your team, you have got to pick carefully, really.
Do you think Ekitike plays?
I think he does. The reason I say that is he was suffering from DOMS. Whether that's the truth or not is another thing. But it's basically
a minor injury. Yeah,
it's delayed muscle spasm. Basically, what happens is it can be done with warm-ups, cool downs. It can, as in, be cleared up. It's normally a 48-hour to 72-hour thing. Obviously, he missed Sunday, but he travelled. I think he will be ready for Thursday. He's got 3 more days, whereby it can be sorted with massages. There's numerous ways that this can be sorted. So I know Chaza might have a bit of experience with a bit of DOMS after all these marathons and triathlons and Ironmans and all that. So You know what I'm saying, Chaza.
Yeah.
So, Chaza, give us your...
It's going to be all right.
Well,
Have you ever had any DOMs, mate?
no, mate, you're sounding like Dr. Chris Reid, not like Dr. Chris Brown from Bondi Rescue all of a sudden with your analysis on the DOMs.
Yeah. No, listen, I did sports science in college, man. I went to uni, did sports coaching, plyometrics, metaphysics. You know what I mean, mate? I know what it's all about. That's got nothing to do with DOMs, has it?
Oh, jeez, I'm getting sore from the amount of fixtures I got to see, which is, you wouldn't believe, guys. We've got another lot of fixtures right in front of us. Now, the way it's spaced out, at the moment, I'm actually going through the compilation and just putting in funny parts from last season. Half the time, it's just Reidy and I analysing how the fixtures spread out. So this is another good excuse. You have one on Tuesday. Who's going to watch that? Lots on Wednesday. Make sure you keep your night spaced out for that. And then a big game on Thursday. So, as always, what is a particular game you're either looking forward to the most or from an FPL sense, it's big?
Well, I'll be watching Bowen against Nottingham Forest, that's for sure.
Right, Marcello, if that game was on Wednesday, would you still be watching it?
Probably, yeah.
No, Chad, no way.
Depends if I captain Bowen over Haaland again.
Are you at the Palace game? Are you going Palace Villa?
No, I'm not going.
You're not there, so you'd be watching that, no doubt. You would over West Ham Forest, but yeah, I can understand why.
Well, I've got Gahey in my team. He might not even be a Palace player tomorrow.
Oh, don't say that. If City go and get him, I'll be fuming. Like, if City go and buy him, you know what that means, don't you? You know that Glasner's going to United because for Glasner to fight so hard to keep Gahey in the summer and not let him go, basically, rumours that he was going to walk if they let him go. For them to let Gahey go and their manager will be crazy. Crazy.
Oh, fuck.
Click that one, Chaza. Make sure you click that one. But yeah, you're still in Europe, man, and also it's like you can't be letting your best.
Everyone's injured. Everyone's at AFCON. We're selling a captain. Our manager's going to Man U at the end of the season. They've got an interim manager. There's rumors that Glasner's written a 1,000-page essay on how he's going to set up the Man United tactics for his interview with the Ineos. Oh, no. It's not looking good. It's not looking good, bro.
He's led you to FA Cup glory, Community Shield glory.
We'll take it. I'm not complaining. I'm still smiling. Like
no, but and now he's just dashing it like it's nothing, Marcello. It's just man.
Yeah.
But yeah, what about you, Chaza? What's your game for this week?
Gee, tough one. I'm going to go Fulham against Chelsea all of a sudden, not because it's just the West London derby, but because Chelsea at the moment still don't have a permanent manager, but Liam Racine is looking as a bookie's favourite. Fulham have been actually pretty good as of recently, especially taking it up to the top sides. Harry Wilson is still somehow playing as Roberto Carlos out of his world at the minute. And this is a huge game for both sides all of a sudden.
Is Harry Wilson this year's Morgan Rogers from last year?
Question. Could well be. Yeah. But Chelsea got a really good point at Manchester. Callum McFarlane, fair play to him.
Yeah, he did.
What about you, Reidy?
Wait, who's Callum McFarlane?
He's the under-21s coach.
He's the guy at Chelsea, Marcello. Okay. Marcello was glancing at his spreadsheets like, wait,
he's not on my spreadsheet.
Who's this player? Wait, what's his stats? Yeah, quite funny that. For me, there's some tasty games. I love that there's so many. It's just jam-packed for the Wednesday. Maybe even, I could be wrong on this one, but like I feel like Sky have now taken over what Amazon were doing, and it was like Amazon would get all the games on at the same time, and that sort of feel. But for me, the fixture, I'm going to steer away from Arsenal Liverpool because I feel like we're going to get pumped, and I don't think I'm going to enjoy that game.
I don't think you will either.
I've got 3 Liverpool players in my team. I've got 1 Arsenal as it stands. So the game I'm going to go for is Newcastle Leeds. Now I think Leeds have been great, unbeaten in 7. Newcastle are kind of slowly starting to turn a corner, if you like. Home is where they're at. Home is where the heart is for them. They love playing there. So that's the game for me. I'm really looking forward to that. And plus, I might end up owning a couple of Newcastle players. We'll see.
That could be next on our agenda in terms of teams. Reidy, just to double check, because you're usually good at VAR refereeing when it comes to every episode. Was there a particular item or agenda point that I may have missed before we go into teams? Marcello, if I've forgotten anything, please just shout it out. Or are we good to go?
No, let's go. Teams.
Let's go. Cool. Teams. Who's up first?
I'll go first because mine will be quick.
Bowen captain, that's what it's going to be. Yeah.
No, I've gone Haaland captain this week. Although Forest. Well, I don't know what I'm going to do. I've got 2 free transfers. I need to deal with Guardiola. I could do anything really. Like Guardiola. I'd love to upgrade UEFA, but I don't think I can. I'd love to just get those midfielders who just have all the points because, you know, they're kind of safe. Rice, Bruno F, Rodgers, maybe Enzo, but not as much. I'd love to have one of them, but I don't think I can afford it because even if I go like Alderete,
if it allows you,
it only leaves me 6.8, which isn't what I want to do really. That only leaves me with a midfielder. I think Enzo is the best, 6.8. Gravenberch, Garner. I think Enzo, but I don't really want Enzo this week. But maybe I will. So I might just roll, but I don't think I can roll because Guardiola's out. He's out.
Here's one for you, Marcello.
Huh?
Someone we spoke about this pod, and someone who was on that list actually, who is quite cheap. And this week is a tasty fixture for them. I say tasty. Everton are down a few players, AFCON, and Wolves obviously are looking better.
Well, I just feel like I missed it all season. Like from game week 1, I was like, okay, game week 18, I'm going to be tripled up on Everton. I had no Everton game week 18. Garner did a madness. Keane did a madness. Tarkovsky's done well. Obviously, last game wasn't great. I even put in the chat, Barry. I'm thinking about Tierno Barry.
Oh, no.
It's just like in the middle of a nice run. Like, I feel like I've missed the boat and I'm just looking ahead now to...
I was going to say, Garner does not float your boat right now.
No, and the same with like Newcastle. I feel like it's kind of in the middle of their nice run. Like before I remember I went, my nephew came to visit and we went... like Laser Quest, and I got the notification that Bruno scored, and it was like, yeah, this was the week I should have jumped on Bruno. And it's another 3 weeks later, and he's just absolutely done amazing the past week. So I keep saying I've missed it, so I'm just trying to look ahead now. And just Chelsea look really good soon, and I've got no Chelsea, and I'm only going to have like 5 transfers before Chelsea come in, and I need 3 Chelsea guys. So I could just move Guardiola to like a Chelsea defender. That is probably what I'll do. So James or Chalobah, really? Who out of them 2?
James.
I'd say Chalobah, but I mean James is really appealing. I mean for 0.2 more, he can play 2 positions as well.
Yeah.
I mean James is
like you just keep them in till 27 now. So
yeah.
It's just nice and early. You know the price rises are going to come unless they get injured. The clean sheets, there'll be some clean sheets. There'll be some attacking returns.
I feel like James has got the higher ceiling because of his set pieces and things like that. But
yeah,
I don't know. Look, yeah, I mean Chalobah's absolutely smashed it this season.
Yeah, I love James though. He's unreal.
Is Chalobah one of the highest scoring defenders? He's second. He's a second to Gabriel. In fact,
really,
he's only 7 points behind Gabriel. And we think of how good Gabriel's been. I think if you to ask someone, you know, is it close in terms of points, and they have to guess between Chalobah and Gabriel, they'd be like, nah, Gabriel's miles ahead.
Exactly, and he's got these fixtures coming up.
Games.
But actually, Chalobah's a pick. He's a pick. So,
and then they've got the new manager. So who's the manager?
They haven't got a new one yet. Oh, wait there. Sorry. Liam
Rosenia. Is that confirmed?
No, not sure yet.
I mean, it's not a legit.
He's flying the plane.
Yeah, he's going for talks.
So yeah, I need to sort out Vardiol, so it'll probably be a Chelsea defender, or I'll just go Alderete and then decide, do another double move next week maybe, because next week we will have a long time until the next deadline, because I think it's FA Cup. So the next deadline is the 17th. So we've got, 11 days until the next deadline, which after this crazy Christmas run is going to feel like ages.
Yeah. Just so you know as well, it looks like Ekatike is going to drop tonight. Whether that affects any of you boys, I don't know.
For me, it doesn't, because I bought him on a even number, so I checked that earlier. So I can... how do you do it? You go to transfers and then you go list view.
Yeah.
So I got 8.4 and then 9.1. So when he drops to 9, he'll still be 8.7 sell for me.
Nice.
So I can think about it overnight, luckily.
Brilliant.
But Foden as well, isn't it?
Yeah, Foden's nice.
Foden the same, because I caught the rise on Foden. Well, probably caught loads of rises on him.
Really?
It looks like Foden I can wait on. So I'll decide tomorrow.
How's your side looking headed into Gameweek 21?
You want me to go now?
Well,
you want
me
to
to go?
You want me to strip? No, I'm joking. If you want to go after me, Chaza, that's fine. I mean, I'm happy to go now. There's no big, what's the word? Suspense.
No, actually, you've got something active, and in fairness,
hey?
I'll go. I'll make things active, to be honest, and we're going to do some moves.
It's in my pants. No, go on.
Yeah.
What? Go.
So
you're doing it now. Oh.
Yeah, you bet.
Talk us through it. What's your thought process?
Man of Steel.
Well,
surely Vardiol has to go.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we won't have enough.
Guardiola headache then. Wow.
But
2 free transfers, so you got 1 left.
And now, this is an inch. No, I can't do Voltamard out. So it's got to be this guy.
I think you rolled the other, no?
Yeah, I did roll.
Thiago.
Yeah, no, do you not just roll the other one now? Or...
Well, no, because he can't afford it. You need 0.5.
Oh, no, right. Okay. But you can't.
You're not going to ask us what we think.
Whoa! He's just like, this is what I'm doing. Sorry, boys. No, but let's be honest, Marcello, those two are pretty solid moves, aren't they?
What if Ekatike scores?
Well, he sports Arsenal, so he's probably not going
to... Yeah, well, I guess he is dropping tonight as well. Does it affect your selling price?
Oh, mate, who cares? Just want to crack on my moves, if that's all right.
You can't do a goalkeeper. Senesi, no. Keane, no. Dorby, no. McKinney, no. Semenyo?
That defence is looking a little bit of a shambles, I'm not going to lie. Oh.
I don't mind it.
Yeah. I've gone past caring.
I think it's good.
Oh, he's done it. He's done it.
Thiago Weiss already in those.
Wait, no. Yeah. Surely Gabriel in for Senesi and play Dorgu, no? Give Dorgu one last go.
I'm still not over what Senesi did away at Spurs earlier this season. 14 points last on bench. I'm not having that.
Even Wilson you've got there is quite good.
All right.
Nice.
Captain, there you go, your helmets.
Who was your captain, Marcello?
Yeah, I got Haaland.
Okay.
Not Bowen.
All right.
Dun, 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 dun,
here we are.
Dun, 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 dun,
You got
dun,
the
Wildcard active.
It's better than as the yeah, so I've activated the wild card because I will show you why I've activated it. If you look and take a quick sneak peek, as we seen before, my points obviously for the game week. On top of that, I'm rocking 3 Fulham, 3 Liverpool, 3 United, 1 Arsenal, 2 City, and then a sprinkle of Bournemouth and Burnley. So you can't probably... Oh, actually, 2 Arsenal. I forgot about Saka, but Saka's not really doing much. So realistically, my season is ending up heading down the toilet at this point, because to kind of have that many players from these teams, probably 1, 2 of which are really bad at the minute, Liverpool and United, I just can't carry on with this. Transfers is not going to, kind of help, because I've got 1 free transfer per week. So I have put myself into a hole, and I'm now activating the wild card to get myself out of this hole. So yeah, earlier than I would have liked. I don't think it's optimal, or I don't think it's the right game week to play it whatsoever. But obviously, I have to understand that the players that I have got aren't going to deliver for me. So yeah, I'm happy to accept that I've used all my AFCON transfers, took hits. Now it's time, boys, to stabilise the ship.
And you're keeping triple Man U?
I am not.
Oh. Oh, you haven't done it yet.
This is literally just like a placeholder. When I say placeholder, I am going to probably get rid of 2 of those 3. It is going to be Dallo and it is going to be Dorgu, because I don't think they'll keep it clean, and you can't rely on them to get an attacking return. So Cunha will stay there for now for me. I think that's fine for this week. He technically will then be Palmer or Enzo. I haven't decided, but obviously we've got a few game weeks and I can build up 3 transfers, to be able to make those moves. So, they talk about when you wildcard, ideally you don't want to book transfers in. But I think in this scenario, I think it's too early for me to kind of get more than 1 Chelsea anyway. So I probably will go with Chalobah. And I am thinking of going with someone cheap. Now, I would like to go with Mukalele's 4-3. I think Sunderland is great. I know I've got Roofs and Pickford, but that will change because that's really expensive in terms of goalkeepers. So at the minute, it probably is going to be Goodmanson, because he's 3.8. I'm still obviously short. Watkins is there just because I wanted to make it.
Mane, maybe, or one of the
goals. I've got Mane. But I had
Watkins. Drop him further.
Well, no, I'm going to take Watkins out.
Oh.
Watkins is basically going to be Thiago. Thiago's going up tonight. I only did it for the aesthetics. That's what got me in this mess. In the first place, Cello. Aesthetics, mate. Don't do it. And Thiago's going to be there. So that, as they have 1.5 in the bank as it stands now.
Okay.
Obviously, if I want to get
Goodmanson, then.
Yeah, I mean Goodmanson's in there, but that's just a cheapie. Look at the 4 that have kind of. I mean, Nunes won't be in there. That will be Timber. So a lot of these players are just kind of placeholders. Don't forget, I'm trying to catch a few price rises as well.
Oh, right, okay.
So there are certain players in there that are in there for the time being, but I think Timber has to come in. That's what the defense is closer to looking like. And then I've only got 8.7, which isn't enough to get to Palmer. So I think at some point it will be a case of swapping goalkeepers. And I probably will. I am leaning at the moment towards Kelleher and Dubravka. Oh, no. Tell a lie. I'm not. I'm leaning towards Roofs, restore, and Dubravka. The roof is on fire.
I think they rotate nicely, right?
Huh?
I think they rotate nicely.
They do. The only problem with this is, boys, now this is where I want to get to, by the way. This is going to be my wildcard draft. The only issue with this is, by going Dubravka and Roofs, I'm still 0.2 short of a certain Mr. Cole Palmer.
So you drop Mane to Obi.
The only way, exactly, of solving this solution or this dilemma, if you like, is dropping Mane or dropping Roofs to Kelleher.
What would dropping Foden?
Yeah, but I think with these next three, I think this is the problem with Foden, right? I owned him from game week 6 to game week 11. He blanked, got me nothing. I went, it's time for him to go, get rid. And then what happened? Yeah.
Do you need Timber?
I do. I just think other than
the one thing about Timber is look at his price.
Yeah, but other than Gabriel, who do you go to for Arsenal? You need
double. You might want Saka one further down the line, and that saves you.
I think I'm sorted.
They might sign someone as well in the transfer window. You know, they might get
all I need. Ronaldo. I think those three are solid, though. Come on, like you've.
The thing with Timber is his price is so overly inflated because he was everyone's Gabriel replacement.
Mm-hmm.
And now you see he's a lot of people are selling him because they're going back to Gabriel. So he might be a bit cheaper later on as well if you did want him later.
Well, I've already got him for cheaper.
Oh, you've got him then how much did you pay for him then?
6'3". He was 6'4". He dropped the other night and then went and bought him for 6'3". I just think that with so much doubt around injuries in Arsenal, Mosquera's not there, Nkapé's left-sided, Ben White gets injured as much as Naby Keita. You know, they've got Miles Skelly and they've also then got Calafiori, who are all on the left. I feel like Timber's kind of almost a given. I know that I do agree, though, Marcello, his price is overinflated. If you look that he's 0.1 cheaper than Gabriel, I mean, that's not right, considering what Gabriel offers, especially on set piece and stuff. But I just think if I'm going to go with Arsenal defence, which I think is still the best defence in the league, albeit that they've maybe not kept as many cleans as they like, but they have had a lot of injuries there. I think those are the two for me. I think Raya isn't just doesn't deliver enough for 6 million. You know what I mean?
Definitely not if you're buying him now.
Yeah. So it will be Roofs, it will be Mane. I don't want to let go of either, I'll be honest. But if you look at
Roofs, Mane? You're not going to play Mane.
It's just a great cheap option that actually plays. I mean, you could go Krupi's 4-6. Other than that, you've got Giyu and you've got Obi. And like
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
I think Mane is just going to cause you bench pain.
He might. But if you look at keep a rotation here, just dead quick. So Roofs has got West Ham and Burnley, but more notably, if you look in game week 25-26, Roofs plays Arsenal away, Liverpool at home, which Liverpool at home is probably not actually a hard fixture, but on paper it is 25-26. And in 25-26, Dubravka has West Ham and Palace. So it's fine to kind of rotate them too, whereas Kelleher, Burnley's fixtures maybe, not Burnley, Brentford's fixtures maybe a little bit tougher from that aspect of things. I think in 25 and 26, they have Newcastle and Arsenal. So if you had Kelleher and Roofs, if you own both, you'd be a bit stuck in 25, 26, really.
Yeah.
So yeah, boys, that's where my wild card is going to probably end up, give or take a couple of things. What do you think? I know it's not. I know. Forget for a minute that I shouldn't be wild carding.
That's a really good team. To be fair, I like the Mane shout. He performed really well on Saturday.
Yeah, I mean, this kid actually has only started playing since game week 11, which not many people might know. Really
started to improve.
Well, game week 11, yeah, they literally lost every game from 11 up to 18. Then, though, he's got a few more minutes under the belt in the last three weeks, and he's delivered against West Ham. 3 bad teams, actually, Liverpool, Man United, West Ham. So it looks like he's getting more game time, and I think, as you said, Marcello, I might end up getting some bench pain. Yeah. But it's a good squad to assemble. I think now that it's done, I can plan to get Palmer. I'll have 2 other transfers in the back pocket, and I don't need to worry about doubles because I feel like doubles are probably like far ahead, like 30 we're talking about, and those doubles probably won't even be that many. It's going to be like Wolves, Arsenal. I'll already own Arsenal, so I'm doing it now.
And then here's the top team selected that you don't own. So Semenyo, which maybe is okay. Gahey, who might not even be a Palace player. Foden, you've got Raya, you've got double Etekike, who you're happily getting rid of. Dubravka, who you've got. Rogers, who you've got. Thiago, who you've got. Timber, who you've got. João Pedro, would you consider him?
No, it's just
Van de Ven for Tottenham is very, very high up. He's got West Ham.
Yeah, I was considering Van de Ven. They've got a couple of good fixtures, but then Tottenham generally are just don't think.
Gabriel still there. You've got him. Virgil, but he's predicted very low for the next game. Rice, who you've got. Saka, who you're going against. How will you feel going against Saka?
Fine. I've owned Saka for...
Good.
Yeah, no, genuinely do, because
and then Wilson, Chalobah, and Bruno G complete the top 20 owned. So Chalobah you don't have, or you do have.
No, so I don't have Chalobah. But the thing with me this season is I have played the hokey cokey. Now, in FPL, a lot of people like to play hokey cokey. However, I can't even say it. I've hokey cokeyed and hitted, or hokey cokey and hits. I'm not a good mix. So I'll show you an example as to what I mean. So in game week, let me just see if I can go back. There we go. I own Declan Rice from game week. Might go previous 10. So game week 11, I own Declan Rice. So if you look at I've got Foden in 10. He's got me an assist. He's been rubbish since game week 6. I think I'll get rid of Foden. I'll bring in Rice. And then Rice gets me 2 points. Then he gets me 6, which is fine. Then he gets me 4, which is okay. Then in 14-3, not bad. And then what do? I get rid of Rice. Which generally in this game week, if you look at it, is great, is fine. But that was game week 15. What did Rice do in game week 15? Let's see. Did he haul? He got 6 v Villa. He got 6, so it's not too bad. But the point I'm making is I got rid of Rice and I decided to get Saka. And I got Saka in game week 16, which isn't that long ago, really. But, I captained him. And then, other than that, Rice over the last, 3 game weeks, maybe 4 game weeks, has just smashed it. Whereas Saka's done okay. So I'm fine with that. I'm fine with going with Rice, especially with Madueke there. He's back from injury. I think Saka's more likely to have his minutes reduced a little bit. Whereas I think Rice is just he's the man, and he is the man at the minute.
Cool.
Yeah. Wish me luck, boys. Wish me luck. Because it goes wrong. You wildcard and then your old team beats your new team, or your Man United will decide to turn up against Burnley and, Dorgu, Dallo smash it. I've sold them. It's just bound to happen. It's FPL. But yeah, I'm okay with that.
One more element which could seriously go wrong is captaincy. But before that, there's actually been a couple of extra comments. Banjo Sandwich, thank you for tuning in. Plenty going on. Great to have your company. Who will play for Tottenham instead of Kudus? Because Kudus is likely to miss. Very short and sharp. Who do we reckon instead?
I think Kolomwani came on as a sub, so that would be my first answer. But
Nice one.
I can't go for Tottenham.
Captaincy time. Now, it is looking straightforward when it comes to the Norwegian. And albeit having blanked in his last 3, he's got an exceptional record against Brighton, probably one of his more favourable opponents. 6 goals and an assist in his 6 league appearances against them. And he has managed to return in every single league and counter. The other ones, however, Mateus Cunha goes away to Burnley, back on the score sheet on Sunday at Ellen Road, which adds to his 35 points having accumulated in the last 6 game weeks. Against relegation zone sides of last season, he managed 4 goals and 3 assists while he was playing for Wolves, in which he only played such sides in 4 appearances, with the other 2 having been either injured or suspended. Burnley, a pointer for United defenders and potentially putting them on field. Burnley have only scored 1 goal in their last 7 corresponding fixtures against the Red Devils. However, Burnley have only conceded 13 goals at home this season, so we could be in for a low-scoring affair. Bruno Guimaraes at home to Leeds. He's second only to Haaland for most points scored from home matches with 73 in his 10 appearances. Newcastle have only lost twice at home this season, both having conceded last-minute winners against Liverpool and Arsenal, respectively. However, Newcastle have not beaten Leeds in any league encounter since the 20th of November, 2016. Harry Wilson, the next option, very quickly. He's only blanked twice in his last 8. And within that time, 4 goals and 5 assists. And if you want to be like Marcello and celebrate DEFCON all you like, we've got Jarrod Bowen at home to Nottingham Forest. He scored in the reverse outing, in which that was against Nuno. And now we're back for Nuno Cup edition. He's now playing for Nuno Espirito Santo. And he's owned by less than 10%. So maybe more selfies incoming during midweek. But that's all for Captain's Corner. Options to genuinely think about, even with the inconsistency for Erling Haaland.
Wow. And are we all basically captain in Haaland? Is that what is that what we're gonna do? Oh, how boring, boys. How boring.
I just think Brighton aren't really a defensive team. Like the past 3 games, they've been like kind of more defensive teams.
They will fancy the chances though. I think this game has become more interesting.
Yeah, I agree, but I also think that I just remember Hersley said a while ago that he just tries to outscore the other team and he doesn't care about defending. And Pep said a similar thing. So we could see like a 5-4, kind of like that Fulham game a couple of weeks ago.
Wow. Pascal Gross might be in line for a start as well.
How is he? Because I wasn't playing FPL when he was playing, so I don't know.
He's actually had a solid return over his FPL career, if you like.
Like a goal scorer.
He's a
yeah. He was on
bonus
set pieces,
points magnet.
Yeah, great. But yeah, I mean that game is definitely one to watch and interesting. I mean, I don't like the idea of captaining Haaland this week just because he's blanked, and I feel I'm in the mood to go away from him and captain someone else. But looking at what's available out, to pick, it is a bit slim. I mean, Chaza only had a few captain picks there. Bruno G, interesting one for me, but Leeds with the back 5. Hard to break down, might be tricky. I just feel this is the week that Haaland returns again. So I think I'm probably going to stay on him. Given that I'm wildcarding as well, imagine that my old team outscores my new team and I don't captain Haaland and he hauls. Like, that would be double jeopardy, and I don't want that.
FPL Maycats posted his threads. Man City, Brighton concedes centrally, so Haaland should return.
There we go.
Well, plenty to go over and so much football to look forward to over the next few days. But to you guys, thank you as always for tuning in. But I want to say a special thank you to these 2 who have been right next to me through the course of this festive period and been coming on when they've been able to. Thank you very much. Like, seriously, without you guys, I don't think this podcast is able to run and show up each week. And that's what I've been really impressed about for us as a collective in being consistent, and just for us to have a platform to talk about FPL and just the beauty and the flaws of it. So that's what I genuinely want to say. It's been such a crazy period. So thank you.
That's been a pleasure. Been a pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you for hosting always.
It's a pleasure.
Yeah. Okay, I have to go watch Traitors. Thank you, guys.
Oh, Traitors.
You go watch.
Need to catch up.
Yeah, time to catch up indeed. But Yes, a nice break. We should be back end of next week. But until then, guys, all the best. Green arrows. And if you're not watching traitors, then you're definitely eating shit just like Jack. So until next time, catch you later.